Hi, and welcome back to our latest installment of BoKnows, our Ask Me Anything series where you can ask me, Bo Howell, co-founder and CEO of Jude, any question you want related to compliance, fintech, anything. Click here on the link to submit your question, and each week we'll pick at least one question to answer from our users. So our question for today is really kind of a three-part question, and it's one of the most common ones we get when working with new clients. And the question is, how does compliance fit into my business? And two follow-up questions to that are, how much time should I be spending on compliance? And how much money should I be spending on it? So the way I like to describe compliance is, if you look at kind of the four core pillars of an RIA business, right? You have pillar one is your client relations and your business development, right? Like any business, you have to have clients, you have to have sales, you have to keep growing in order to be viable. So that's kind of the first pillar, right? And a lot of RIAs like to focus on that. It's the reason why they get in the business. They like helping other people. They're very passionate about it, and that's understandably so. The second part is portfolio management, which includes trading, right? I mean, you're in the business of selling investment advice and managing client assets. So of course, once you get that client, the next part of your business is really focusing on that performance that you deliver to them. That's the core business that you get paid for. So it's the second pillar. The next two pillars are kind of more operational. They're less client facing, but critical to any business. One is your accounting and finance, which every business needs to manage. And the second one is operations. So if we think about those four pillars of an RIA business, where does compliance fit in that? Unfortunately, what we see most often is people tuck it either under accounting and finance because they think, well, CFOs, auditors, that's kind of like compliance, let's stick it under there, right? Or they just stick it in operations. They're like, well, compliance is just some subset of operations, such as, invoicing or IT or something like that. So we'll just plug it under operations. And so it's very common for us to see either the CFO or the chief operating officer serving as the chief compliance officer. And a lot of times that person doesn't really have any training or expertise in compliance, and they're just kind of, dealing with it and trying to learn on the job. So when I think about compliance really sits on top of all four of your core pillars, right? If you think about it, compliance touches every part of your business. It reviews the things you're doing on the client relations side, right? Disclosures to clients, making sure you're getting the contracts and agreements with clients. It fits into portfolio management. Are you following the investment guidelines? Are you getting best execution, right? It looks at the accounting and finance. Is your billing accurate? Does it reflect the fee schedule in your agreement? And it also touches on operations, right? Custody, things like that, all these operational components. Compliance has to sit on top of your four pillars and look into each one of them. So it's really not a good idea to think of it as a subset of any one pillar and put it kind of on the ground floor. You really need to think of it as the roof overlaying your business. So that's my rule of thumb. That's our answer. If there are any follow-up questions to this, again, click on the link, go ahead and submit it to us. And if you want to email me, you can email me at bo.howell@jute.io. You can tell me I'm wrong. You can ask more questions. I'd love to hear from you. Talk to you soon.